All right, what them saying on the news today? All right, what them say? Pastor leave wife for church sister. Yeah, man, that's an interesting topic. All right, let me see what else them have there. Oral sex fueling throat cancer, but according to this research, it's throat cancer in men. So you never know, say men have pushed something down their throat to cause them cancer. All right, what about this man? Man breaks silence about sexual abuse after 50 years. Yes, yes, people. This is the one that I want to focus on today because we have a ministry of gender affairs, but the ministry there it need to rename because that we just name Ministry of Women Affairs because there is no gender affair involved because we look into a lot of things and we see this ministry do a lot to protect women and nothing to protect men. And this is not to say that or to take away from the fact that women need protection. No, this is not. This is not me saying that women should not get the protection that they need. This is me saying that men we have challenges too, and also need protection. But society, Jamaica as a society, needs a lot of things before we can actually um implement or move forward in terms of even men's issue. Because a lot of us, or even a lot of you, might be in my comments right now calling me a homosexual sympathizer and say me love Batty Boy. When that is not the problem. That is not the issue. That is not what I am doing. The problem is we live in a society where if a man get violated certain way, the man get the brand too. Think about it. All right. 50 man rape a woman. You say about that the woman they are whore, you know? A whoring girl that prostitute. No, you don't say that. Because you just said no, that a victim blaming. We love talk about that. Oh, victim blaming. Oh, you can't say that. He's a victim or she's a victim. You can't say that. The man should dead. Even in many cases where we even see a woman stab up a man or we see a woman chew acid on a man or do a man some devious things, we always hear the question, "What do him do? How him do? I make sure I have to do that." But we never hear the other way. When time a man chop off a woman head, for example, Bumbo clan man wicked here, man. When man wicked so, you can allow the woman. That is what we hear. That is the society we live in. But we live in a society where even a few years ago, I'm a good virgin name. Well, wouldn't say good virgin, but he was my barber and he was a member of the community. Him go from what we understand, him go up on cruise ship and somebody jump over him back fence. And him jump over him back fence, him decide say when him come home, him decide say him a go jump off. And jump off he did. Jump off he did. So these things affect our men and we need to have a safe space for these victims because yes, these are victims as well. I mean, it was only a few years back when a girl accused two brothers of draping her, and even the DNA test come back and prove say them brother are never there, nowhere near the vicinity at the front there when it get raped. Court throw out the case and everything, and guess what? When the boy them got it go back in the community, people still have it set. And them, even the evidence show say them never honor them do it. And that's where we reach in society. You get me? I say we have a society where women are protected, and how when time nothing no go like what them say. People say believe them. How when time we have evidence to show say nothing no go so. Anyways, believe this one. Living in silence for almost 5 decades, a 61-year-old man who was sexually abused as a child has opened up about the ordeal in hopes that his story will inspire others on their journey to healing past this pain. Now, John, which is not his real name, sat down with Simone Morgan Lindo to go over this very painful ordeal. He said his mother migrated uh, and sent him to live with an aunt and her husband and their children. And let me tell you something, man. This is where a lot of parents get it wrong. A lot of parents feel like say them can just get up, go on a foreign and send barrel, tablet, phone, computer, money, clothes, food, and say, yeah, them a parent. Sometimes what your children need is you to be there to protect them. Because guess what? Nobody not gonna love your kids like how you love your kids. You get what I say? Can a mother's tender care cease towards the child she bear? Yes. Yes. A lot of times in society we kind of sugarcoat things and we try to protect mothers and feel like say mothers sit up on one pedestal. And go like say mothers next to God. No go so. Mothers are some of the most fuck up thing them. We can tell you that. We can tell you that. You get me? Because what a lot of people don't understand. We are talking about abuse, even we get on the topic of abuse and the fact that there is no space for victims, especially male victims, is where should I put this now? A lot of time mothers are the cause. Mothers with all of the people who abuse children, I think that mothers abuse the most pitney. Them involved in the most abuse. I tell you. And a lot of people might be getting their own feelings like, oh, my mother this and my mother this and my mother this. And feel like, say, for them mother better than any other mother. Nonsense. Foolishness. You can tell her that. I mean, me can tell her? Alright, let me tell her. Who bring their kids and put them in danger like mothers? Furthermore, many Jamaicans we know this. No for we have 5, 10, 15 siblings. One mother have all of them picking. And this is not me telling a woman say if she want about her whole lot. She don't have them out even. No, I would have bright to tell her that. Would have faced it. Have as many as you want. If you want to have 8.9 billion, you can have it, have it. Nothing to do with me. Let me have it for. But it brings up my point. A woman will do so and book a man and she do so whether the condom break or then I use none or whatever the case may be. She fool no bumbo clot and breed. So she breed. She breed for man. When she breed for man, remember you know, woman control access to sex. Man control access to relationship because without the man, the relationship can't go on. Because remember you know, you want to sit for the man and the man want to sit for you. But you gonna like say man want to face it more than what you want for him. But truth be told, you want to sit more than what you want to face it. So in other words, we get down to the nitty gritty. Women control access to sex. So as women control access to sex, when you see a woman do so and she breed for a man, and the man no good. Enough time the red flag them there, you know. Sometimes the flag them a glow to what red them is. Sometimes the flag you can see them from a mile, you can look and see say you can see flag and see say red. To it a glow. And the woman them still ignore it. But even you ignore the red flag, and you go in, you get a one breed, bring on picnic come. And you do so. And guess what? Man nah give you nothing. Man nah mind you, man nah mind the picnic. 2 hours for your box round. And guess what you would do as a woman? You open up your leg to the same man. And if not the same man, a similar man. End up with 2 picnic. 3, 4, 5. And I say just a breed like say you use a egg farm. You understand? Like it's a hatchery. Just have up this one bag of picnic. The man when help you. Me can imagine one man breed you one time or 2 man breed you then. And you what after one pitney you no learn, after 2 you no learn, after 5 of them time they you still no learn. Eh? Think about it. Women bring 4 children and leave these children and put these children in vulnerable position. Whether them daughter, whether them son. A lot of times, when time this woman, she have three pitney. The biggest one now one daughter. Daughter turn 12, 11, 13. Right? She have a little 8-year-old, plus she have a 5-year-old. Right? And she meet a man. Well, go help her with them three pitney there. Him would have want give her one too. But meanwhile, him want give her one, him still a pre her little 11, 12-year-old, 13-year-old daughter. You want to put something on she too. Enough time the mother them step aside now and make the man take over. Then we come out and we say, oh, you know, say man a drunk, or man a dog, man a crowbait. But who is the real drunker? Who is the real dog? Who's the real crowbait? But the person who put them own flesh and blood, them own kids in danger. I'm stepfather and even real father. I remember, you know, me now say man I put them put in danger by with stepmother, you know. But majority of the time, man no get the opportunity there because mothers take over the picnic. Most time you and a woman left, you can't get a youth so easy. Hard to get a youth, most time. And then when if you do get a youth, look on them look on man who do get a youth, the man no come back. You think that man can run around and say about say, oh, you know say your mother no come back and if you can help me, you know. So you know say this and this and you have to put in shoulder to the wheel. What you mean? A woman go and ball, oh God, this and that and breed man him gone and man can't do that. We have to man up, take the pressure and bear it. But get back to the story. Because John say, from me come live, I just work. We go school Monday to Thursday, and on Friday and say me go bush with the husband. Alright, Jed, me I tell you. These are the things that happen to our kids. These are the things that happen to our kids when we feel like say, oh, we are gonna look better for them. When the time we know some of them we are gonna look no better for. We not gonna look no better for them because we send them and put them in a vulnerable position. Right now, you know, me have a virgin now, me now call him name. Where him tell me say, when him a pitney, I see him thing happen to him. Not the abuse part, you know, in terms of the sexual abuse, you know, but the physical abuse, it happened to him. You understand? Him tell me say, him mother, the man a beat him mother, cause the mother, the man take him mother from a man, from him real father, basically, take him mother when him mother pregnant with him. So him register under that man name, but that man is not him real father. You get me? I say, so that man no like not even a bone, not even a red blood cell in him body that the man do not like. That the man do not like him none at all. But when the mother run away, left him. The mother run away, left him with this man here. When she know in her fears mind and say this man not gonna like him cause him and not feel biological pain. She know that. And she left him. I see him thing work happen to him. Every Friday, him no get figure school on Friday. He go man he say he go Friday one Friday he go to school, he come like saying confused, kind of know what to do. He never go to school on a Friday yet. He no know nothing about going to school on Friday. And I be a bush, be a hard work. That's how we put the kids in her. Many times, left on a foreign, or we left a pit there, so we send him over there. So, enough time we have them too young, or we have too much. We can't manage all of them, so we have to send them gone all about and put them in some dangerous situation. And we put them in these dangerous situations. We come out, people come out, Mama, you deserve a pot of gold. Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carry me. And then the mother them know when them want you feel guilty. For the 9 months you carried me. Rolling inside of me, no charge. Or however I song go. Fuckery. Man, them need to put the responsibility now. Man, them need to put to charge. Man, them need to come a test for them crimes or them commit against them kids and brainwash them into thinking say them do everything for them and like say them are them alone. And like nobody else never did it. Let me tell you, me telling you this once and me telling this again. There's no virgin birth. Until you see a pitney born, a man involved, a woman involved. So we live in a society where going like say, oh, the woman alone are important part and the man is important. Enough time because of this. The woman them get to put the kids them in some dangerous position, and no one is there. No one is there to stop them or to say no. So we continue this story. Cause we want to get through this now. So John said at about 12, he felt a part of the family, but then everything changed one afternoon. And I'm like, no, things just take a split second to change. John mentioned, one day he asked me if me ever grind yet. Them time there I didn't even know it means sex. I asked what it mean and he tell me. And then asked me to pull down my zip to see if my thing bigger than his. He never wait for me for answer. He pull it down himself and start play with my bottom. Me start crying and say stop. John recall. Dirty man. Dirty, dirty man. And as we go down further in this situation here, you will see the role where woman play night too. Dirty man. The man have access, remember say, this man have married, This man have access to pussy, This man have access to front, but a bottom him want. Front door open, but him want go back. You get me I say? The same so the other day we hear this video and so it start. We hear this voice note with this brother bad up the youth for him bottom. And I tell him youth say when we do him and all these things. This is how it start. This is how it start. You just have somebody in a vulnerable position and understand the world. Them still a try to find them coordinates and you do something, you push yourself on them and you turn them into something. Remember, listen, one understand this. 'Cause a lot of times a lot of people don't realize how serious this issue is. This is very, very important because you have to understand man don't have nowhere to take fuck, We don't have nowhere to take fuck. So in somebody go look pan we and want to put fuck pan we. How that gonna work out, brother? That not gonna mash you up psychologically? Not to mention physically? You don't have nowhere to take fuck. Honestly, me understand a woman have her autonomy basically. You can I try to get in her place or in her space without permission, without she invite you in there. Me get that. But a man nah no space you're going. So you find yourself in one space there, in one crevice in one corner. That must that must have a toll upon him. Alright. As a man dead, imagine you wake up tomorrow and find yourself pregnant. Baby in you. What you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do? You don't have nowhere to push out baby. You don't have nowhere to push out no baby. So how baby? So that me I try to tell you. We do not have nowhere. We as man don't have nowhere to take fuck. And a man a go feed up our bottom. Brother, and guess what? As me say, society I go put the blame on him. Like say, him the one him bottom feel up at 12 years old. You tell me say a little boy at 12 years old, 11 years old, 13, them age group there. Want him bottom feel up? Make we continue because I want you guys to show you guys that the role where woman play in a fuckery in society. Because we always love to talk or point finger at men, but women play such a crucial role in all of the fuckery going on in society. Just listen to this. John said he told his cousin what had transpired when she told his aunt. He was accused of lying. To compound his misery, he was brutally beaten by his guardian. So, you hear that? Him telling cousin, say, oh, say, my uncle I play with the bottom. My uncle, cousin go and say, mommy, say, John say, daddy I play with him bottom, And she say, oh, play with this bottom. I murder, we gonna murder that, And she give him a murderation beating. Now, John mentioned, I remember being tied to a tree and he used a piece of hibiscus switch and beat me mercilessly. All this time my aunt was there intro, um, instructing him where to hit me All of me swell up when him done. So you see, him she did it. This is me believing this is what me believing. Me believing trust but verify. Am I saying that she should just take what him say and just run with it and go do it, do her husband something? No, me not say that. Me not say that. Because we have enough cases where people tell lie. And we know say many times we lie, many times when we take action we can't take it back. But if it's just say no, just dismiss whatever a person has say as lie, it can't be so simple. We can't take it so simple. Because even look at a case like this. Why would a man want to lie, tell a lie on himself like that? Say I'm gonna play with him bottom. Why would a man want to do that? Think about it no man. Think about it. Me know say you don't want to think about your husband. I want to go in a batty. Shit. Toilet pit. You know want to think say that they are going in a year world. But brother, miss, you have to think about it. Why would your nephew take on to himself for you tell for you make up them story there? Make we continue and listen what happened next. So apart from the beating, when you get the merciless beating, he recalls being given extra chore as additional punishment. The sexual abuse continued and worsened, but one but out of fear, John said he did not tell anyone. For the next 4 or more years, John said he was repeatedly molested by his uncle. Now, this is to say that this is how we silence victims. This is how victims get silenced because we are at a point where come out and me tell somebody, me tell the person who's supposed to be protecting me from these kinds of things. We tell them, say, this thing happening, you know? And then shut you down, lock we off, kill we with lick. You think say we're gonna tell somebody else? You think say we're gonna tell somebody else? And now this thing are going on for more than 4 or 5 years. John said some persons became suspicious about the abuse, but no one did anything to help him. So people start saying, no man, but it come like something wrong. And nobody still no step in. So the person want the abuser get to continue uninterrupted, undeterred from doing what he's doing. Now John mentioned I was branded as the boy who uncle a fucking. You get me? That's what me just a talk about. The brand, you brand the victim. The victim get branded. Like say, what happened to them or something they want. It happened and it's not just in this case, in many cases. The victim get blamed or get branded, get deal with like say, them agree with what happened to them. If them not agree with what happened to them and they know it's a shame, why them not come out and talk? One day, one of the woman friend, one of his auntie woman friend, come to the yard and at the time he mentioned he was about 15. Him say him auntie draw down him clothes and expose him bottom and show her friend and say, looking at him body hole, a beer cocky mark. Me did shame. And up to this day when me think about it, my skin crawl. So just me I tell you. So you see say she complicit. She not just an enabler, she no complicit in the abuse of her nephew. Yet still, the mother probably the brother send on her money and send on her barrel and send on her this and send on her that, thinking that her child is well taken care of and well looked after and is in perfect hands. That sound like perfect hand? That sound like him safe? That sound like him safe? Hmm? John said his torment and torture continued until he was 17 years old when he ran away from home and returned to the district where he was born. This is what happened. This is where we see it. This is what we see happen so many times. Victims get tired of the abuse, right? And then run away. Remember, I know you have fright, flight, or freeze. A lot of people don't know about this. The adrenaline. Three things you can do: fright, flight, or freeze. Now, fright, it means you're scared. You become submissive basically because of fear. And then you have flight, which is where you run. And this is what we see. Eventually, we're going to realize that our body are going to tell us, we have to get out of this. We have to live. And we see at 17-year-old, 17-year-old, he had to run away from home. Now, you mentioned I'm doing better and I have a good job now. I have a wife, but I don't want any kid, as I don't want them to endure what I did by anyone. You see that? Abuse don't just stop with 5 minutes from now. It's not. Me go do you something, and then 5 minutes from now, it no matter. That is not how abuse work. Abuse is not me go do you something. It only gonna last for 5 minutes or 5 months or 5 years. It is a lifelong thing because you notice him say he don't want kids. He don't want a pitney because of this reason, because of this abuse. He also mentioned there were days when I felt like I was in a prison. I never got counseling. Never got counseling, right? But I feel better. I heard both my aunt and her husband died. For years I hated my mother because I thought if she didn't throw me to her family, then this would not happen. That is so true. That is so true. Even in my case, right? Because and she don't like when me talk about this. But if it's you, if it's so it go, me no think say me need to pretty it up. I saw it go. So I saw it go. When I was 5 year old, me based on circumstances, me end up get chopped in my heel back by my mother. Right? And a lot of persons hear that and hear the circumstances where surrounded me or lead to me getting chopped in my heel back by my mother. Could I can't walk again? And people hear that and when them hear this, when them hear, them say them wouldn't live with their mother. But at the end of the day, at that time, even though my mother was physically an adult, our mind never did no idea, sir. You understand? And yeah, we have to understand, say, being an adult is not just about being a certain age. Because you might be a certain age mentally, but physically, are you? Do you understand the world? And this was, as I tell you, my mother was doing madness because she was now on her second or fourth child for a man who live a house with a next woman. How that makes sense? How that makes sense? Now, a consultant physician, Dr. Uh, Jeffrey Walcott, said it's never too late for victims of adverse childhood experience to seek and receive help. That is something that society has to deal with. Education and sensitization is just two of the things to start with. It's about creating a safe space where men are able to actually share their experience. Most of the studies have found that adverse childhood experience, the impact on a person's life goes on way beyond childhood or young adult life. It's not just emotional and psychological, but it can also be physical manifestation as well as psychiatric, he said. In the meantime, John is urging persons who have been abused to seek help. Do not sit down and never call yourself a victim, he said. I have done that and I have tried to kill myself on multiple occasions out of shame. It's hard to talk about, but men are raped too. Don't sit down and feel sorry for yourself. Speak out. I wish I had someone to this, tell me this earlier, he said. Now, this paper might be dirty trash that was found on the dirty JUTC bus, but it inspires. it educates, it enlightens. Because John may be one of many victims, men and women alike, who are suffering in silence. Silenced by fear, silenced by shame, silenced by society's expectation of what should happen. I know a family where this man and his baby mother, both family, baby mother was a child, her bigger brother picked on her, sexually abused her, he raped her. This man, one day, this man was setting up some water for his baby mother to bathe because he was at her house. They didn't live together, but he was just there that day and he carried on the water for her. She go around one part there. You know how country and ghetto and them places stay. The bathe. When him look over the gully, cause one gully side there, be a pamper, shit bag, cause there was no tiles at the place at the time. Shit bag, pampers, garbage, all them something there. Now one gully, steep gully. And the only thing we make up the ground, we come up and be a shit sitting. And who you are taking come up? The brother. The brother come up. Cause him want what him not supposed to want. And these things are happening, and these things we don't talk about because of shame. When him finally reach up and ready to do what him gonna do. Cause therefore send him one on there and tell her, say, yo, just go on man, him a coming up, but just go on. And go on like everything normal. When him come up and him pop around on him and say, hey boy, where you do? Your sister this. Where come about? Where you do yourself? Eh? And that is what really trigger off something in him head. For him stop. Hear me I say? Many of us are victims. Many of us are suffering in silence. We as a society need to create a safe space for victims of all gender, class, economic background to speak out. And we also need to ensure that we protect our kids, our children, as they are our future. Yeah, man. Anyway.